What is up, gang? Welcome back to another new installment of Ink and Insights with your boy Stu from Dr. Dune's Fam Club. As always, I'm joined by my homie E from 9 Panel Grid. Good to see y'all again. We had a great conversation back in the mix last night about our favorite comic book cartoons and animated, movies and TV series. We got so into it that we didn't really even get to finish it. So we're gonna have to do a part two and come back to y'all on that. But E, good to see you again, brother. How are you, man? How was Wednesday? How was Wednesday?
Wednesday was good, man.
Yeah.
Hit up the shop. It's an interesting Wednesday, and I think that most people, especially those that follow us, know a little bit because it's not just about comics today. It's a little bit about the cards as well here. So it's gonna be interesting. I can't wait. I haven't actually dove into it yet. I just read kind of the box itself, but I'm really excited. And if you don't know what I'm talking about here, this is let me see if I can do this with light as well. This is the Ice Cream Man card set. I guess technically it's the latest issue that they released, but each page essentially is like a card in this. So you have to read this one card at a time here. So I can't wait. It's going to be fun.
That's incredible, dude.
Yeah.
I'm so happy you got your hand on. Yeah, I'm so happy you got your hands on yours, man. That's dope. I think it's such an innovative technique and such a cool way to deliver some unique storytelling, man. I can't wait to see what that team gives us. It's so dope, we need things like that to push the game forward and keep us guessing. We need those magnificent, beautiful twists, and I'm so glad that the Ice Cream Man team is delivering that. Per usual, though. I mean, what else to be expected?
It feels so W. Maxwell Prince. It's not even funny. Yeah, it's just perfect.
And like the homie Nick said, $10. I mean,
I may have had my shop hold another pack for me. Just
it's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's beautiful. Yeah, you can't beat that. So yeah, man. And again, just in case anybody missed it yesterday, Bears win.
Yeah,
we're looking good. Squad's looking good,
and we get to go against the Giants this week. Like we're eating
New York.
Good
we're
right
coming
now.
For you.
Yeah. I mean, congratulations on a new mayor, but also
we're pulling no punches. Yeah, night. Oh man! Before we get into it, man, so many great people in the building. Let's get to the chat. We got Bob in the building. Bob, that sounds like a line I've heard a million times before.
Yeah, I've said a million times before.
And it's always great to have a good week. It's been a little touch and go here recently, so really nice to have a solid week you can depend on.
Yeah,
and this week has had some bangers, dude. Absolute Superman was a beautiful surprise. So we got Zero in the building.
Zero knows what's up.
11 books, 1 pack of cards. He's on it. Hell yeah, bro. What is up, man? Good to see you. Thanks for coming through. We got Omega in the building. What is up, brother? Again, man, congrats on the wedding and the honeymoon in Japan. Epic levels right there. Good to see you, brother.
Yeah, we expect a lot of photos on Instagram. I know you've posted some already, but keep them coming. Keep them coming.
Yeah, the last 2 weeks you got a bunch of great books, man.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of great books. 4 of which we're going to talk about tonight. So yeah, can't wait to get to it. Zero E, are you going to be at Cape and Cal this weekend? What's up, bro?
All right, so I'm glad this came up on stream because I'm bummed. No, I'm not bummed because I'm not going to be going, but it's a little bit up in the air now. So the big push for me was that James Harren was going to be there. And obviously the verbiage I'm using now kind of gives it away. It was going to be Danny Warren Johnson, David Brothers, Nick Dragotta, and James Harren. And I've already had the pleasure of meeting D-Dubs a couple times, Nick Dragotta just this year when we went to Heroes. But James Harren was the pull. Dude has not been to a signing event since 2016. So I was like, oh, I got to go there. I mean, his artwork is killer. He's one of the premier visual storytellers of our time right now. I'm going to make it happen. And then they post on their Insta that he for unforeseen reasons, could not make the signing.
No.
Yes. So I'm pumped. Now it's up in the air. I don't know, because I've already had that experience with D-Dubs. I've already met your daughter. So do I go? It's a maybe. Zero, if you tell me you're going to be there, then I'll be there. But other than that, it's dicey. I don't know.
Man. Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, that was going to be a 1 in a million shot right there. Yeah, I wonder what the business is with James.
Oh, I mean, hopefully whatever it is, everything's a-okay. That's all I can really say.
Hell yeah. Incredible artist. One of the best of his generation. Can't wait to see what else he does. But I really think, if he was able to get there and see the way people feel about this annual and like the way it's affected the community, I think it would be, uplifting for an artist writer. So, but yeah, I don't know. James, we love you, bro. One of the best. You're one of the best. Rooster in the building. What up, bro? He said I was hella bummed in this last night's stream, but it couldn't be helped. I was invited to watch what is it?
The Colorado Avalanche.
Oh, Colorado. Oh, yeah.
Is this the stream where we learned that Stu is not a hockey fan?
I'm not really a hockey fan.
Get what?
Sorry, guys.
Dude,
I will go with y'all to a hockey game anytime though. Like, I love the experience. I'm down to ride. It's just not a sport I keep up with. It's a sport I could easily see myself like getting into. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's awesome though, man.
Dude, hockey is so much fun, man.
Anytime you get to, folks, if you get to go to a hockey match, go. It's the best experience.
It's got all the speed of a basketball game and all the brutality of a football game. Like, if you're gonna pitch it to somebody, like,
that's a great way to sell it. We used to have a squad here in Virginia called the Richmond Renegades, man. And I went to a bunch of games there as like a kid, and they were like a more like local hockey team or whatever. I don't know, one of those local teams but it was incredible experiences. So, oh yeah. Who else? Oh, we got Nick in the building. What up, brother?
What up?
Happy new comic book day. We got Sleepy in the building.
Yo,
good
what
to
up,
see
Sleepy?
You, sir. Hell yeah.
Sleepy, and by the way, I got the last batch of packages ready to rock and roll for you, by the way. They're going to be getting in the mail here in like 2 seconds.
Everybody's, yeah, we'll get to that. I got that on the next slide, but shout out to everybody who donated and helped us make the Comics Curing Cancer Drive a success. But man, we love y'all. We really appreciate y'all showing up. But like Gabe said, dude, Ace, y'all, this Assorted Crisis Events issue was super special, along with the Ice Cream Man deck. But then Savage Sword of Conan, word to my boy Nick with Liam Sharp on it. Absolutely epic. Incredible tale. So Liam Sharp really flexing his writing muscles on that joint. Like, I want more Liam Sharp written joints after that one. Like, it was pretty amazing. So highly recommend all those issues. Great call, bro. All right. Anybody else I missed before we get into it?
A couple more. We got a couple last minute ones coming in. Yeah.
Zero said I'm in a different state altogether. So no Cape and Cal. Okay.
Different state is no excuse. I travel cross country to go to Heroes. So like, come on, Zero. Come on out.
Yeah. Hell yeah. We got our boy Fable in the building. Station, brother. You are not going to get my goofy ass out on the ice, man. It's everything I can do to stay upright. So you talk about like giving me a stick and hitting the puck around is a whole nother deal. But yeah.
You weren't even playing street hockey back in the day, dude? Come on.
No, not really.
I was high sticking like a motherfucker out there.
We were playing like, baseball and football in the street. Those were our street ball.
Okay.
Activities.
All right.
Yeah.
Respect.
Chicago's a different beast, though. You know what I mean? That's the culture out there, right?
No, a little bit. I mean, it helps when you've had like the greatest hockey team of all time with the Blackhawks, the greatest basketball team with the 90s Bulls, the greatest football player to ever play the sport with Walter Payton. I mean, Chicago's just a magical place. What can I say?
And growing up, It was like the most magical shit in the world to me. It was heavy as shit, but I was just like, it was the coolest thing, man.
Yeah.
Had the logo in the middle of it. Ah, amazing. Good stuff. But yeah, for shit. Are you nice with the stick, though?
I mean, it's been a hot second. I'd like to think I can mess around a little bit though.
You get busy out there, though? All right.
I could, maybe.
That's what I'm talking about. Who else did I miss, man? I saw Rogue in the building. Where's Rogue? Rogue, what up, bro?
What up?
Ultra Mega, yeah.
Oh, if you could help us out here and just explain what that second dark was about, if you could do us a solid, because I had a rough time. I have a rough time understanding that one, but it was real pretty.
It was. It was real pretty. Oh yeah. All right, man. Let's real quick. I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me load everything up. I just want to say thank you to everybody. We got everybody who donated right here last week. We love and appreciate y'all. Again, thank you for showing up for us and being part of an effort that raised over $63,000 for the American Cancer Society. It's freaking incredible, like I said last night. So just want to say we love and appreciate y'all, man. It's incredible for y'all showing up. So we appreciate you finding it in your hearts and your wallets and helping the cause. And shout out to Mark and Rob and Lynx. I know those guys we're worried about our shipments, dude. I know Rob.
I don't even want, dude.
It's like a mini UPS. It's like, oh man, I can't even imagine what that guy's going through, especially like internationally. But shout out to them, dude. Incredible.
Yeah, they're running stuff, and I think that 63,000 mark. I think that's actually gone even higher as numbers are rolling in.
64, 65, and it's going to keep going. Like again, like Mark said, we have till the end of the year, so keep building it, y'all. Like we've already smashed the goal, but let's keep going.
Heck yeah!
So shout out to all involved. All right. Before we get into tonight's books, man, we've taken a hiatus, so we got 2 weeks of books to kind of catch up on. Off of those lists immediately, which is the first one you want to talk about? What grabs you? What grabs you the most? I know you were talking about Escape.
Escape was a banger. So these are interesting books to talk about because like Escape was an awesome issue, but I'm not sure how much there is to talk about with it. It was a really introspective issue. You're in dude's head the entire time. I think the main character's name is Milton, if I'm not mistaken. But you're kind of in his head the entire time, and it reads. Somebody said this. It might have been Nick. And I can't remember who it was though. But it has a very Frank Miller feel to it. It's got like. It's almost kind of like Marv, right? Like reading Sin City, where it's just like hearing his thought patterns. Like, dudes is like, run, don't let your legs stop moving. Like, I took one in the leg here. Don't let that stop you. Go, move. So in that way, it was really cool, but it was just like this energetic, like, like action-packed kind of issue. Not a lot of plot development necessarily.
Right. Very true. But still, Acuna killing it. And love to see where the story's going. I knew he was going to get holed up with the family. He's going to see the other side of the coin and who the true face of his enemy. You know what I mean? And I love where that's going. But I know that Remender is going to find a way to make it like raw and real and not at all. Even though that like this feels kind of like it's going in a I'm not saying like expected or predictable direction, but at the same time, like, okay, here he is with the enemy. He's been bombing them. He hasn't really put a face to them. Now he's going to get the chance to. But I know Remender is just, and especially like we've talked about before, the way it's personal to both these gentlemen. I think it's just going to be beautiful, man. I think when it's all said and done, it's going to be one of the best that Giant Generator has given us. So.
Well, speaking of which, do you recall if they have announced or if we know how long the series is going to go?
No.
It feels like a 6-issue kind of deal. I hope it goes longer, but I mean, this definitely doesn't have legs. This isn't like a 50-issue joint. Like, it can't be.
No.
Yeah.
I would think not. Turtles wrapped up. Exactly.
I'm like, yeah.
Juan, we love you, bro. Juan killed it. It's sad to see Juan go. I think Aaron was doing a fine job, but it really pains me to see Juan go more than anything else.
Big time.
Moving forward. Yeah, how did you feel about the finale? Juan had some moments to really shine. I don't think, to me, some of those like subway fights and double page, the fights in the fog and all that stuff. Like, where he really shined in this issue, but still, he got some really cool moments in this one. How did you feel about the finale?
Dude, he didn't take a panel off the entire series, in my opinion, from like when he took over the artistic duties till the very last page of his time on the book, man. And yeah, it was good, but it was table setting. That's all it was, and it was really good table setting. Don't get me wrong. It's like you were going for Thanksgiving dinner. They had the tablecloth out. The fine china was out, so it was the best kind of table setting. But at the end of the day, it was table setting. It was getting the Turtles back into a place, because they didn't reboot. They still had to kind of soft reboot and get things back to normal-ish. And that's what Jason Aaron's time on Turtles was all about. So like, it was the best version of kind of like meh that you can get. And I'll take it. It was really good. But I mean, you said it best. Like Ferreira, this was a showcase for their artwork. And in that, for that, I'll take it. That elevated it to more than it ever could have been previously.
So, like, looking back on this like relaunch, though, like, what has happened?
Nothing. And that's what I'm saying. It's table setting.
It's been the whole thing, though. It's been from like the whole dramatic, different, artists introduction with the different characters to this. It's wild that, like, I don't know.
It was like Turtles are separated and broken.
Real direction.
Yeah. Like, they were separated and broken. They were brought together and broken. And now they have kind of, put themselves back together, and they're back in New York City together as a brotherhood. So, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It was really all about, it was like putting the toys back in the toy chest. That's what it was all about.
How do you feel, an immediate, I guess, immediate response to it? Looking back at it, do you think it was a success? Like, without the benefit of hindsight, yes.
Yeah, I mean, because I did have enough fun with the series to, I can't look back. Like, I mean, if you listen to all of the things that we've said about the individual issues before, we knew that Aaron and Ferreira's time was coming to an end. We spoke glowingly of it, right? And like, the thing that I said the most was that, like, I hear the Turtles' voices in my head, the ones that were from the very first original movie. I heard their voices when I was reading the words, and I can't say that wasn't a success. Like, you did that job, and for that, like, you get all the kudos in the world, because you made me feel like, like I was basically like 9 years old again.
Yeah, great moment for your boy Donatello too, man.
Every moment with Donatello was a great moment. But yes, I agree.
That's just not true. But anyway, moving along.
Build a blimp for his brothers, for God's sake.
That was my favorite single, like, of those character sheets was his. I forget who was the artist on that one.
I don't remember, but that was a rough issue though, man. Where
that was good stuff.
Trapped like an animal, has just emaciated and in a bad place.
Absolute Wonder Woman. Let's talk about that one. Matthias Bergara filling in on our work. I thought did a wonderful job with this this negative, I guess this negative form of energy, that Absolute Wonder Woman has essentially manifested by her actions. But yeah, I just thought, again, like they've done, already in this issue with, in the series with Mattia de Iluis and the Prometheus arc, finding the right fill-in artist, and Mateus like really murders it. I think it's just brilliant through and through, and I just love all these constant panels of her like constantly going back out into battle to find this thing and challenge it like again and again, really getting worn down. It was just I thought I don't know, it really surprised me. Like, sometimes when you have the guest artists, they don't take risks like they've been doing in Absolute Wonder Woman, and I think it's just
Mhm.
brilliant. What they're willing to do with like development, whether it's like mythic backstory or I guess the consequences of one's actions, like it was in this issue. But yeah, what did you think about this one and the fill-in?
Mateus Bagara was in my opinion, the absolute very best artist that you could pick to pitch hit for Hayden Sherman. Go back. I encourage everyone go back, read the issues that he did on Hellblazer with Simon Spurrier. He kind of did a couple fill-in issues there, but they were
Oh shit!
glorious. Yeah,
What?
really good, really really good. Go back and read Coda, both series, because there was like volume 1 and volume 2 that he did with Simon Spurrier again. That was from Boom Studios, and that was in a fantasy landscape as well. Glorious. Then once you're done with that, you're going to see a lot of carryover here. Simon Spurrier, Simon Spurrier, Simon Spurrier. Check out Step by Bloody Step, the silent
Yes.
series that he did as well. That was through Image. Every single one of those is great, and we already know because we've covered a couple silent issues on Ink and Insights in the past. It takes the right kind of artist to deliver on a silent issue that still allows the reader to follow along with the storyline and not miss a beat of the narrative, which isn't there, right? Only a couple people can really do that well. Mateus Bagara is one of those people.
Absolutely. It was such a pleasant surprise. I was not expecting them at all. And I'm really it's kind of like a blind spot to me. Like you said, all that. I didn't realize their relationship with Cy Spurrier was that extensive. That's beautiful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, they've done a lot of great work, and again, like, and working with Kelly Thompson now. This I love how this felt so RPG, man, because like she's like the dark paladin that has to best herself to become the White Knight. Like I love that fantasy trope, and they're playing with that in a big bad way.
The indie artistic talent DC is pulling these days. Like we were just talking about James Harren. Like it's nuts, man. Like it's wild.
We were talking in the back chat
Quite
today, man.
impressive.
Yeah, at DC, not only are they or I'm assuming they're paying these creators because they're getting all of these top name talents on the DC books, but then on top of that, they're cultivating new talent and bringing new exciting names to these books that really bring a wow factor. Like you see it and you're like, oh snap, I got to follow these people. DC is where it's at. It really
so
is.
impressive. It really is. Great call. All right, Ultimates. What did you think about this one and the all the things that are happening in this?
It was okay.
With the I guess the evolution of this version of Doom, of course, and then him finally getting the Fantastic Four formula. We'll say right at the end of the issue.
A little bit, yeah. I'm a little bit trepidatious because Reed Richards in the Ultimate Universe happens to go by a certain name, so I'm fearful to say anything negative in fear that you'll kick me from the stream or God forbid the show. It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. No,
yeah,
I agree with you.
I don't think it was as successful as issue number 4 when you had the same creative team on there, Dennis Camp and Phil Noto. I know what Phil Noto is capable of.
What was Noto doing here, man? What was that? He mailed this one in. I felt I get that he was trying to match the aesthetic or whatever that had been established, but at the same time, it just a lot of like zero backgrounds and just like even the that more finer, elegant line work that you come to expect from Phil. I just didn't feel was present.
Yeah, I don't know what the circumstances are that led to what we were delivered. I can say that I've seen better work from Phil Noto though. Yeah,
for sure. All right, well, that covers the top row. Down bottom, let me just preach the gospel of Sleep by Xander Cannon. This book is incredible. Really been a fantastic, intriguing look at this guy who turns into this horrendous creature, which we have not yet seen. Like, I love the way it builds suspense. We have not yet seen what this guy really turns into. We've just seen the horrific after effects of it, and he's gone as far as to like lock himself down in abandoned mines overnight to prevent himself from going on these rampages. And he has this one friend who's been by his side the entire time. It's incredible. Like, look at trying to find your way in the world. He's definitely an outcast. Him and his relationship with his friend is really all he has in this world, and really the way he's carrying this guilt and this horror about like what he becomes. It's fantastic. And like Xander's artwork is Xander write and draws this, and his artwork is super dope. Like the way he uses the color red is super sick, and there's a whole lot of metaphorical meaning behind a whole lot of it. It's like it's a book that's a lot deeper than it looks, I think, on the surface. And it's been a delight. I think I forget if we're on 5 or 6 now, but highly recommend, man. Xander Cannon's Sleep is amazing.
So with the way that you describe that, is it more in line with like the Incredible Hulk kind of thing, where where they well, I know you said you haven't seen the thing, but like,
he's essentially, he is being hunted. There, like, people like suspect his secret, half know his secret. People have seen him and haven't come forward. But yeah, it is like that type of situation where he's essentially like unstoppable, and he just, there have been mass casualty events.
Okay.
Like so far, so. Yeah.
But we have no idea if he's like, I mean, because you can go in so many different directions. It could be like a werewolf. It could be a Dr. Jekyll.
It's like there's claw marks. Like Omega can help me out. He can correct me if I'm wrong. There's claw marks, so I definitely feel like it's werewolfian, but I could be wrong on that. But like, I love that we haven't really, to my knowledge, I got to go back and look through the previous issues, but I don't think we've seen the creature that he truly becomes, not once. So that anticipation is still there, which I love. But yeah, it's brilliant, man.
Okay.
Highly recommend.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good things. I got to check that out without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah. And then of course Kudransky's No Man's Land #2 comes out. The investigation deepens. We get to meet the detective from the other side. Love this issue, man. I love this one more than our introduction. How about you?
I think I did too, man. I got to ask if you did the same thing I did when you were reading it. Did you read her with a Russian accent, or did you?
Of course.
Yeah,
of course. Yeah,
it's impossible not to, dude.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm having a really good time with that. It's so cinematic, man. It feels it's the closest thing you're going to get to reading a movie.
Yeah. That's a great way to put it. And there are so many epic shots and panels and pages already through 2 issues. So and shout out to Simon doing crazy awesome stuff on those variant covers as well, man. That Silence of the Lambs joint is super sleek. I love that one.
I like that you go the horror one, and like for me, I'm just like, did you see the Spies Like Us one? Dan Aykroyd, Chevy Chase, come on.
Damn, I completely slept on that one. I gotta find that one, bro.
Dude, yeah, those are good.
Of course. Let's talk about RoboWolf. RoboWolf #2.
How about RoboWolf, man?
The origin of RoboWolf, man.
Dude, that was killer.
Jake Smith writing and drawing this one. Shout out to Jake Smith, incredibly talented young writer and artist. But yeah, what did you think about that one?
So okay,
we gotta shout out Robbie, because Robbie put it on all our radars.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, shout out Pop Culture Philosophers, Robbie. You did the damn thing. Yeah, thank you for making sure that we all read this, because man, it's really good. It's so fitting, seeing that we were just talking about cartoons yesterday night too, because you remember back in the day when we were kids and they had cartoons for the wildest stuff. You had a RoboCop cartoon. Did y'all see RoboCop the movie? Not deserving of a cartoon. They had a Rambo cartoon. What? Like, what are you thinking?
They had a Rambo cartoon?
Oh, dude, they had a Rambo cartoon. Yes, they did. Dude, they had an Aliens line of toys, for God's sake. You telling me that kids are out here watching Aliens? Like, they shouldn't be. They shouldn't be.
I'm definitely going to YouTube that immediately after the show.
Yes, dude.
I got to find some Rambo clips.
But this felt like it felt like all the energy and bravado and machismo of like Predator, the movie, like it had all of the feeling of Arnold and Carl Weathers clasping hands together, that the
Yeah.
infamous scene in brutal cartoony wonderfulness, man. That's exactly what you're getting from this. It's like an 80s cartoon that is just dialed up to 11, maybe even 12 for God's sake, man, with all the ultra violence and silliness, man. It was so much fun. So much fun.
Yeah. Well said. Well said. Shout out Robo Wolf. Shout out Jake Smith. Y'all check him out, man.
Hell yeah.
Great original artwork. Super affordable. Said it before. I'll say it again.
Heck yeah.
If you're looking to get in the market. All right, bro. Well, what should we start with? I wonder.
I mean, oh, that's right. That's right. The comic of the year came out.
No. Yes, sir. Bro. I mean, this thing was a megaton bomb.
Yes.
It's incredible. The story he was able to find, I think, and tell here. And I think it's really a testament to his abilities, especially his, hearing his thought process and really like not, knowing that people wanted him to draw this character and tell a story, or if he had something and this and that, and not really finding it until he got the image of like a guy, giving the Heil Hitler white power salute and then getting his arm snapped by absolute Batman, and that it just like grew out of that image, I think is incredible. Not only that, but the way he's able to make it that Daniel Warren Johnson goodness and bring it home emotionally in such a crushing and beautiful way, to where it kind of like challenges the character, but it also, I don't know, you realize like there is a huge amount of regret with him, but you wonder if there's also going to be a huge amount of change. You know what I mean? And whether some things are immovable or not when it comes to beliefs and the way you see the world. So I thought it was fascinating and brutal and beautiful and haunting and everything in between. I thought Mike Spicer especially really came to play when it came to like, dude, from the greens when he's there punching out those dudes in the pig's mask to like the reds when they're at Slaughter Swamp and the violence is going down. I mean,
Slaughter
and
Swamp,
then the
dude,
oranges, man, the way the orange really is like, and I love, I just love the way he used it here, both with the fire, but also with Father Peters when Bruce is kind of like healing and recovering. It was just such an astonishing, beautiful, like moving story. It was everything you wanted an absolute Batman book to be, that you didn't really know you could get, in terms of not only the brutality, but I think the emotionality. I think Snyder has struggled to bring, this brand of Daniel Warren Johnson's humanity to the character, and it was incredible to see. And it's cool that like they let him add to the canon in terms of how he got the absolute Batmobile. You know what I mean? And
yeah,
and this also reflects on the way he sees violence and killing, one way or the other. I think it's definitely going to affect him moving forward. But yeah. Anyway, I'm rambling.
No, not at all, man. There's a lot. Here's the funny thing: there's a lot to say about this issue, right? And there's been a lot of commentary on this issue, regardless, right? Like, I mean, we're not the first people to be responding to this, and we won't be the last either, because there is so much meat on the bone to unwrap and unravel from this issue. But man, yeah, you hit the nail on the head with a lot of the things that you said here. So like circling back to Mike Spicer and his colors on here, First of all, it's a beautiful teaming of Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer. They've worked together for so long now. I feel like it's like, I'm not sure if you can have one without the other and have it be as successful as it is when they do team up and get together. But we've seen a lot of issues where there's a lot of oranges and reds that are used. And I got to say, it gets washed out so easily. It becomes kind of like this big orangey red mess. And that never happens here. That never happens with Spicer colors, man. The duality and the contrast between what's happening on the page really just works so well. Now, talking about the story, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack here, and I think that there's a fine line that is walked in this issue, and I think there's a lot of beauty behind the brutality that happens in this issue, right? And everything that revolves around that brutality, because essentially what we get to see is two and a half, three viewpoints on what to do about a particular problem here. And we definitely see Bruce's viewpoint. We get to see that juxtaposed by the viewpoints of a priest who lives in Slaughter Swamp, and he's helping these individuals. These individuals being basically homeless immigrants, by the way. That's we should probably talk about the premise of this issue, right? And really set the stage for those three people that have not read this. Batman essentially is I should say Bruce Wayne witnesses people preparing to basically brutalize these individuals that are homeless immigrants. And for all intents and purposes, they walk right up to the edge of saying it, but they are, without a shadow of a doubt, white supremacists and Nazis, right? They go just a hair up to just saying it outright, but it's very clear what these people are and what their intentions are and what they plan to do. And Bruce Wayne is not having any of that. And if you know Bruce Wayne and you know the Batman of this universe, he has one particular way of solving problems, which is to basically keep hitting it until it goes away. But in doing so, he's overpowered by a couple of these people, and he has to be basically be taken in by this priest, and he's cared for. And he's kind of taught a lesson in doing so, because there's a beautiful line here, and I'm totally gonna butcher it, but I believe it was, oh gosh, how did the priest say this? It was basically, I don't know how to solve the problem. I
just
only know
how to not make it worse, or something.
How to not make it worse. Yeah. And there was a real beauty in that. So essentially, Bruce Wayne gets his butt kicked.
And the Thomas Wayne connection.
And we get that. And that's why I say it was like 2.5 to 3 viewpoints, because essentially we have Batman's way of solving a problem, which we saw in it beautifully rendered with the snapping of an arm at the elbow. Yeah. We have the priest's viewpoint, which is basically those who are in need get help. Period. Doesn't matter if you're the person's best friend, or if you're a person who's wronged them in the worst way, those in need get help. Yeah. Right. And I think there's a beauty to that as well. And on top of that, he looks at a photo that the priest has with none other than Thomas Wayne there, and we get some really beautiful flashbacks to Thomas Wayne talking to a child Bruce Wayne, kind of talking about the problems of the day and figuring out, hey, what is the solution to this problem? What role do we play in society in making sure that's it's the best version of what it can possibly be? It was a beautiful issue, because I feel like it's running on multiple tracks, and it's not giving you an answer. It's presenting you with a lot of different answers and saying the world is nuanced and solutions are nuanced. It doesn't mean that every way is the right way or every way is the wrong way, but there's definitely a correct way, right? Which is to kind of follow your moral compass. You know what I mean?
And I love absolutely. And I love how, like, in this scene, Father Peters, let you know that these other guys, like, some of them are horrible and bad, but like a lot of them are not. A lot of these guys who are, been growing up with nothing all their lives, have nowhere to go, and are just leaning on that hate in their hearts. And they had somebody come along and, found a way to help them scratch that itch. And I thought that was so true to the world we live in. You know what I mean? Like, the enemy doesn't wear one face like that. But yeah, this was way was epic. I think DC's only ass was like that the bone didn't show.
Yeah.
And then, dude, him like dropping the I don't even know what wrestling move that is. On the cop, like D Dubs was saying he wanted to go real. He was trying to practice like a real cartoony style almost with some of this violence. That's why you see some of these guys getting their faces punched in. Dude, Spicer, like here, look at right here, right, like unbelievable, and right here. I mean, he just makes that page a million times better. It's unreal.
Well, and go back to that one page that you just had up there previously as well. Yeah, this is my way. Tell me if you had the same feeling, man, because when I turned to that page and I saw it, I immediately had this flashback to the Dark Knight Returns where he's just like, this is my operating table.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's exactly what the feeling is that I had when he was, taking these dudes out. And I was like, oh, snap, dude. Like, he is not messing around. He's not playing games. He is pissed off, rightfully so, and you're gonna feel the vengeance of the bat.
Seriously. Like, and dude, I mean,
yeah,
coming through. I like that dude flying like right there in front of the truck as he comes through the wall on their headquarters, and then you can't do this. That one dude's like, you can't do this, man. We're just a bunch of human beings.
Oh yeah, but again, that's the rhetoric. That's the silly rhetoric that we have in this world. There's one other thing I want to bring up too about this, because I feel like it shouldn't need to be something that is shown a spotlight on, but it is. Kudos to DC for allowing this to happen, because let's be honest, there is a subset of individuals that are going to be upset about this. There just are. And if people are upset about things, that leads to lower sales. And DC is a business. But before anything, they're a business. But Daniel Warren Johnson had a message and a mission with this issue. It was very clear. And DC supported that. And I saw the craziest thing today. I'm gonna take a tangent, but it's gonna make sense when I'm done talking about this. In a world where do you remember the American Tale? Fievel somewhere out there. Yeah. In a day and age where if that movie were come out today, people would be bitching and moaning and complaining about how woke it is. This was a ballsy book to put out from DC. And the fact that they supported it, not only supported it, but based on that interview that we heard from D-Dubs, were pushing for it.
Especially after the whole drawing of him with Absolute Batman choking out the ICE officer and all that. You know what I mean? Yeah.
This is a big deal. This is a very big deal. It's the right book for the right time. And, and it's kind of a silver lining for a landscape where the world doesn't feel right, is that when the world doesn't feel right and when you feel downtrodden and when society is feeling at its lowest, I got to say, there is no better time for creativity to spring up, right?
Yes.
And we've witnessed it and we've seen it so many times, right? When there's a voice that needs to be heard, creativity shines through and rings through no matter what the circumstances are. And this feels exactly like what that really is. It's a shining example of it.
Absolutely. And I think now more than ever, we need artwork. We need to be able to count on artwork to be able to speak truth to power. And I think, the cognitive dissonance we have in a lot of our superhero tales, where it just feels like it's some hoity-toity, false, inflated sense of doing good. And like when push comes to shove in the street, what are you really going to do? I love that we have a comic and a tale that really addresses that. You know what I mean? And not only that, but it's not just some, A to B, two-dimensional tale of brutality, rack them up. We're going to burn all these guys with a flamethrower and that's it. Like the way he brings it back with his father at the end and the emotional sincerity is what elevates it, man, and really makes you question. I love that he brings not only like fathers and sons into the equation, but violence versus nonviolence. And,
Mm-hmm.
hearing D-Dubs talk about how he has been like almost like a lifelong pacifist makes you really think about what he was trying to say. And I love how he's like mum on it. He doesn't want to give too much away. He wants this one to be talked about. He wants people to, have these conversations like we're having right now to speak on what we feel this one's about.
Yeah. I mean, even if this is not the best book of the year, right? Because we're throwing that out, and there's a lot of recency bias in there. I'll definitely say that, right? I think it's in the conversation, though. It is the most conversation striking book of the year, and I can say that beyond the shadow of a doubt. This is something that we're going to be talking about, I feel like, for months and months, if not years from now, going back to this issue and going, wow, that was a moment in time. That was a big swing, and dare I say it was a home run.
Fuck yeah, dude. And then like shout out to DC like again for bringing the old school back, but doing it with like that new flavor, like the annual. This is one of the best annuals that like this is kind of like redefining what you want an annual to be. And I love like Snyder's like, I'm just gonna go out and ask the creators that I love to really to see if they got a story for me for this character type deal and just let it rip. And man, we're gonna get to James Harren real quick, but I just want to say we have a bunch of people in the chat sounding off, and before we get too lost. Rooster says alien toys were popping up, and I thought the movies were going to have all different types of alien animals. So when I finally saw them, I was disappointed.
Yo, that's true, man. They had different colors for those suckers, man. They had different hybrids that never showed up, man.
Yeah, they used to get all the wild variations in the action figures.
Yeah,
we got Jazzy James Phelps in the building. What up, brother? Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming through. Bob says that shot of bats weaving in front of the oversized bat tractor. He was so small in comparison. Dude, that was everything to me. Hold on, let me pull that one.
It's enormous.
Right? And there with his, like, I love here looking at his bloody hands. But there, like, whew. That's what we do it for, folks.
Yeah.
Hold on. We got Roscoe in the building. What up, bro?
Yo, what up,
Good to
Roscoe?
see you, man. Hope you're having a good day, bro. Thanks for coming through. Yeah. Fable says Mike Spicer's so goddamn good. Gotta agree with that one wholeheartedly, bro.
Yep, you said
He's something special. Gabe says amazing issue. It was super powerful and poignant and made me pump my fist in the air and left me crushed by the end. Whole gamut of emotions done beautifully. Well said, brother.
Yeah.
Bob said might be too close to the bone, but I remember conversations with my dad about race and violence in response to that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, these are the conversations we need to be having.
It's true. Yeah.
Fable
if you don't have them, you don't know.
Absolutely. And I feel like a lot of like, to a certain extent, we feel scared to have them these days, which is ridiculous. Fable says, I miss this issue trying to track down a copy, but I saw it's going for like $30 on eBay.
Yeah,
least, something like that.
Fable, I know you're not a digital reader per se, but like I would encourage you, like maybe just go ahead and get a digital copy of this one just so you can experience it, man. It's really worthwhile.
Definitely worth that. Omega said I shared some images with my friend who's not into comics and got him to pick up 2 copies.
Let's go.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yes.
The regular one and the black and white Dragoda one. Nice. My friend was like, fuck yeah, Resistance Comics.
Oh, you're doing the work, man.
Yeah, shout out to Gabe doing the Lord's work out here. That's awesome, man. And now you just made a comic book fan right there, bro. That's beautiful. Rooster said only Daniel Warren Johnson can make something so overtly political appeal to so many people. Yeah.
It takes the right voice.
Absolutely. And I think the way he balances it and makes you question, I think so many of us are so quick to spring to violence and to act out these days. And I think the way he makes us all check that and think twice about that is why this one is going to resonate. It's not, there is a political element to it, but that I think like to label it as that and that only is the wrong move. And I think a lot of people are going to do that, unfortunately. Like I see a lot of people making their thumbnails about Daniel Warren Johnson, like or Batman, absolute Batman versus the white supremacist, which this is for sure. And I'm not mad at the clickbait, but at the same time, let's not get lost in the sauce. Like this one is complex and layered and
Oh yeah.
emotional, and I think I'm resonant on so many levels. So, yeah, I like you said, I think that's why it's gonna ring out for a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Let me see. Who else did I miss? Gabe says every interview with Daniel Warren Johnson makes you realize what a deep, thoughtful, super cool, and generous person he is. Yeah, and his personality comes through in his work. Absolutely, dude. He's got such like a friendly, nice, soft voice, right? Like, dude,
Yes, he
sounds like he's
does.
never been stressed or yelled at anybody a day in his life. It's so impressive. Omega says, I know I haven't been reading very long, but it seems like DC is some sort of renaissance, giving these indie creators all these opportunities in the playground. Hell yeah, brother.
It's really true. It really is true, man.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. Omega says that Blues Brother clip the Stu uses is awesome. I'm glad you appreciate it, man. It's good to be appreciated. Oh yeah.
I got the spoiler. I got the
Goddamn.
sneak peek before that posted, and I was so proud of you, dude. I loved that so much.
Hate those Illinois Nazis. Oh yeah. All right, but second story, man. James Harren coming with Sanctuary again. Fathers and sons here in this one with a son who's come back with the party animals to this like old spot. His parents apparently used to turn churches into what, mega mansions, abandoned churches into mega mansions.
Yep, exactly.
And he's got this old one that his old man is still holed up in, and they have a unfortunate family reunion, we'll say.
That's one way to put it. Yeah.
With the party animals, but dude, this one was dope. What did you think about this one? Like, I thought this was a beautiful love letter to Magnola, personally.
See, you and I remember you saying that too, and I agree because the artistic approach that James Harren takes on this is way more minimalistic than like his most recent work on Ultra Mega,
Right?
which was like hyper detailed. This is not that, but I'll shoot in a different direction. I feel like this was almost a love letter to like Kelly Jones as well, because like look at
good call.
look at the cape,
The cape,
yeah,
just man.
The pointy, squiggly
I love
bizarreness of it and the horror of this portion
and then
of
like
the book.
where this one when he comes through the door. Oh yeah, dude.
Homeboy's vicious in this, man.
He
And
is.
I like that. So I feel like the 1-2 punch that we get from these two storylines, D-Dub's real heavy, right? Emotional, like I mean, you just like it's a gut punch. And this was just like a really cool, fun story that like you kind of it allowed you to catch your breath and just be like, whew, okay, Batman's just gonna punch things now, and that's gonna be really cool. And I enjoyed that from it because it was really just a look back to that first arc of Absolute Batman when the masks were distributed and the guns were distributed and they were supposed to cause violence and wreak havoc, and that's exactly what was happening here. But old Bats was there to save the day and stop him. Okay, again, and
it reminded me of like the Batman versus Superman scene where he comes up through the floorboard, because it's like they set it up. They're like the only way down is through the staircase or whatever, and they all go look and they're like, you go first.
Yeah,
and then that dude gets like pulled up. It's so great, like so cinematic.
It makes him like an agent of the shadows, like he is
right here.
Yeah, exactly. He is something that you to be reckoned with, dude. And when dude gets hit with either, I don't know if that was supposed to be oil or water. Either way,
hot oil. Yeah,
it's boiling, man. And when dude gets splashed with that,
brutal.
Oh my god, like that
so
was
good,
crazy, absolutely crazy.
It was. And then in the end, like the oh damn, I thought I had the slide. The father son bit. Oh yeah, the father son bit here at the end was like really touching, I thought. So like another good one.
Yeah, even at the end, after everything that the son clearly put his father through, and almost
I think the father took a round or two. It looks like.
Yeah, he's a little bit worse than.
Is he done for?
I don't know if he's done for necessarily, but like he's definitely walking.
He's got a hole or two in him
with a limp, maybe. Yeah, he's got to walk that one off for sure.
Yeah, and then Meredith McClaren for a little 2-page join at the end here, which is cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was, when you compare it to the other stories that you get, it becomes a little bit forgettable. But that's just because we're playing the comparison game. In reality, though, like Meredith McClaren, if you don't know, is the artist that I was introduced to
Black Cloak, right?
through Black Cloak with Kelly Thompson, right? But this was a fun little thing, and I like that it kind of harkens back to when we got those flashbacks of Bruce as a child when he was creating the bridge and the mechanism that helps him then create the bat cape as an adult later on. So I like that it kind of toys with, the bat facts, if you will, and the zoo in itself. So it was fun, but like, was it as pivotal as everything else? No, but it was cool.
Same. Yeah, I like it. Snyder made a point of those like bat facts in that zoo arc. I like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Those different issues. So Gabe said, I love the design of the black mask. Yeah. How the cape seems alive, almost like Spawn's cape. Hell yeah.
Yes,
great call,
exactly.
Dude. Isn't Harren drawing the Arc M special? If so, we're going to be eating good. I'm not sure about that.
I hope so.
I know we got Jock. We got Jock coming up for the Absolute Joker arc.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Jock is doing that.
Whoa.
That's like coming up in. So issue 14 is our Bane finale, and then issue 15 that starts, and Jock is doing that.
So basically, we're
Jagrota designed the character, and he's done the cover for issue 15. Looks fire. I don't know if you've seen it.
I've seen that. Yeah,
it's that wild ass. Yeah,
it's like a freaking dragon, dude.
Right.
So essentially, Absolute Batman is just Scott Snyder and his amazing friends. Like, how long is it going to be before Greg Capullo is taking over artistic duties for an arc? No.
It's
whoa.
All right.
Did Wolverine Revenge do that much to you to where you're just like, you're done?
I don't know if I'm done, but
okay. He's gonna have to earn back your trust.
You think Snyder picks him?
I don't. I think
all these guys have been like new and exciting so far. I think.
I think Capullo would probably say no. He's done his time with Batman with Scott Snyder. To do it again might be like, treading old ground. Why
do
would
you feel like
that?
Capullo's doing inspired artwork lately, bro? Like, honestly.
No, I mean, it's not bad. It's not great.
It's not like Court of Owls.
No, of course not.
Okay, I'm just saying. It's and like Wolverine Revenge was meh.
It's and
he was supposed to like rock out. That was supposed to be Ultraviolet and fucking Red Band, and like that shit was just like a that shit was soggy cereal, dude.
I'm having a hard time blaming anyone that's doing mediocre work at Marvel right now, because I don't feel like the creators should be held fully responsible. And that's just a gut reaction. It's a gut feeling. I don't know anything, but it seems pretty clear that people could do really good work elsewhere pretty consistently.
Yeah. I don't know. He was doing dope variant covers there for a minute, though.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah. I don't doubt that he doesn't have great work in him. It just seems like, I don't know. He needs that wind back beneath his sails.
That is
Shut
true.
up.
Yeah.
Shut up. All right. Moving on, bro. Invisible Man, Universal Monsters, #3, James Tynion IV. DANI on the art, Brad Simpson killing it on the colors. I think we got Becca Carey on the letters on this one, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe you are correct. I don't have it in front of me, but like that rings true.
Well, if not, shout out to Becca Carey. Great.
Yeah, because why not?
Yeah. Dude, my favorite issue of the series yet. How about you?
Same. 100% same, dude. Like,
I thought it was Tynion's best written, and it was horrific, right?
Yeah. Well, we've seen, so we've gotten to see the Invisible Man, if you will, kind of like get away with everything, right? We're living in his head. He's a monster before he's a monster, if you will, but it's really been about him getting away with crap and just being frustrated over the little speed bumps that are stopping him from being as diabolical as he wants to be. But this is the first issue where the tables are a little bit turned on him. And it's, it's after dude like really decides he's going to be the worst version of himself.
Yeah.
I'll let you describe the issue, though.
I think his, and this is what Tynion, I think, has done brilliantly in this one, is like, he's done such a great job of giving us like a prologue to this character, a true prelude into the story that we all know and love. Excuse me, with H.G. Wells' book and the James Whale movie, but the way his psychosis is developing, or I guess deteriorating, and his state of mind is getting more and more on the fringes. Like he doesn't even really practice anymore in the lab. He's moved into the seedy area of town. He's practicing invisibility more and more, and he's figured like it's time to take on a human subject. And we get like the first version of that here, like when he meets poor orphan Tommy in the streets, takes him on, shackles, basically drugs him through drink. He passes out. He shackles him to the bed and starts injecting him with Monocaine. And Tommy wakes up without any skin, and he's already a layer or two peeled back, and it just gets crazier from there. But dude, I thought this was Danny's really like time to shine in this one. Again, we get this. I love this like negative space murder monster that we get to see, like, and all his like murderous violent fantasies. He's essentially horrifically killed every character in this book by now.
Yeah,
in his head.
I love that it's not just negative space too. There's like a glow effect to to the invisibility of the character. Like it takes it just a step further, and it could be done so poorly, and it's not here. It really works to elevate what you're delivered with that negative space. It works really, really well.
Yeah. Here it is again in the restaurant when he's disappearing, as he does. He goes out. If this is crazy ass stuff, like, if I just sit still, order drinks, sit still, people don't notice me at all. There he is. He's just over there by the window. But then there he is again with his fantasies. Yeah.
You have to imagine there's a bartender like, that fucking guy is back.
Guy is over there fucking eyeing everybody from the window again.
And he tips like shit.
I feel like he doesn't think anybody sees him, but Jesus. Who can't with that getup?
I wish we just had like one panel where a dude comes up to him and there's like,
take off your fucking goggles, would you? Like, what the fuck? Anyway. Recruits Tommy. Did you in a British in a British accent, did you say that Tommy I is line to yourself like that?
I did, yes. Yeah. Well, not the first time because I said it and I'm like, that sounded, oh, wait a minute. Okay, I got it. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah, you gotta get your Oliver twist on, dude.
Exactly.
But yeah, shackles him to the bed. Eventually he devolves into a skeletal state, but dude,
could you imagine though, like you've been drugged and then you wake up and he shows you the mirror and you see the musculature of your physique? Like, do you know how terrifying that must be? Because like your immediate thought must be, oh, I'm still drugged, I feel no pain, and I have been skinned alive. Like,
exactly.
Oh,
exactly.
Terrifying.
Like you see your blood vessels pumping blood, like God knows what else, your muscles working, contracting.
Dude,
oh my God,
it's so gross in the best way possible.
It is, and like just the fact that the stranger drugged him, changed into a bed, and did this to him is like, and I love like the shot we got that foreshadowed all this at the beginning of the issue where he's like, walking through the town and those girls are talking about their other missing friend, and he gets up to the room and he's like, quiet, as he closes the curtains. It's fantastic. But dude, I love poor old Tommy in his skeletal state though. These were my favorite pages.
Dude, the reservation that he has about everything that's happening after a while, right? Because he's just been held prisoner, and like you could tell there's a little bit of a level of Stockholm that's going on, because he's just he's accepted his fate. He's like, this is what's gonna happen. I'm gonna go out this way, and you feel that through the story, which is like, I feel like what sets things up so perfectly for how this issue ends as well.
Well, also, the Monocaine sharpens the mind, so his intellect is is growing. He wants to. He's curious about what's happening to him.
That's true. So do you think that this was a setup then? Do you think he was acting this way to basically like lower the inhibitions of our doctor here, or do you think that this was truly his feeling like he had accepted his fate?
No, I think he was curious as to what was happening to him, and that he wanted it to be reversed, right? Because you remember when he asked him, he asked Griffin that, and Jack kind of gets mad that how dare he doesn't
Yeah.
understand the power that I've given him. But I think he's smart enough to know when his time was up, and like when he went fully invisible, it was crazy. I don't know, it was crazy. He was planning on coming back and killing that child. Like that's super wild. But yeah, not to get too ahead of ourselves, but yeah, Jack, dude, how great was the glowing eyes
The
in the
eyes.
darkness? Like that's the last thing before he disappears. And then Jack comes back to take care of business, and Tommy has escaped the handcuffs in a bloody manner. I don't know how exactly he got himself free, but yeah, he gets the drop on our boy Jack, drops the mirror on him, and now who's the invisible man, bitch? What's
Yep.
up?
Gotcha.
Dude, Brad Simpson. I just want to say, like, I love this one, like the little bit of red on the glasses, you know, and all the blues in this. Oh, just so beautiful.
It was a good week for colors, man. Like I think Brad
Really
Simpson is the
was.
MVP, man. But yeah, like it was a really, really good week of comics for colors, or colors for comics, whatever way you look at that.
So where are we at on Universal Monsters? What's been your favorite, title so far through 3 issues? Is it Invisible Man or
Frankenstein
Franklin? Yeah,
is right here, but like
same.
Invisible Man is like, I mean, it's knocking at that door, man. It is very, very close.
If Invisible Man really brings that heat in issue 4, it's gonna be tough.
It could, man. But remember how Frankenstein ended, man? Like if we're going
Oh
toe
my
to toe,
God.
issue for issue, it still has a ways to go. Like they really, really got to bring it.
Man,
I think they can though.
I just want to go back and reread that now. And then it's like you talk about great color work. Who was that? Tony Marie Griffin in that one?
I
Was
don't
it
know.
that did? Oh my God!
I don't know, but it was there was a very there was a level of restraint to the color work in there, right? It was very pale, the hues that they used were very subtle, and it worked really, really well.
Yeah. Gorgeous job. But this one has been so much fun. Can't recommend enough, y'all. Invisible Man. Real quick, let me get to the chat. Bob says we need some Paul Pope Absolute Batman. He's done a cover or two. I know for sure.
Has he done variant covers for Absolute Batman?
He's done one for sure.
Okay.
I'm almost positive. Yeah.
I mean, we've definitely seen Paul Pope Batman in the past, so I would not turn down more of that.
Is that Brother Joe? We got Brother Joe in the building station.
It certainly looks like it. Real American hero.
He says, I'm watching, but I don't know why. Oh, you know why.
You know why.
You know why.
You can't deny
You love us,
this.
man. We love you, bro. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Rooster says that silhouette really is a brilliant way to tell a story. Hell yeah. With the killer, it's like so great. Zero says, I'm seriously considering buying some of Danny's original art from some of these books. Dude, it's super affordable. Talk to me.
Kinetic collectibles, guys. Like, I mean, go there, but just be warned. You're going to see not only Danny, you're going to fall down the rabbit hole, right? You're going to see all kinds of other artwork on there. You're going to see Casper Wingard. You're going to see Anand R.K. You're going to see, who's the other one? John Pearson. You're going to find affordable, excellent artwork. So
Danny's got pages in there for $200, $300. Like,
dude, if you're affordable. And the thing is, like, I want to say that these are entry level because of the affordability. These are not entry level quality pieces of artwork, though. So, like, just know you're going to be getting something that is stunning for a lower price than you would at almost any other art vendor. So, shout out to Kinetic because it's allowing us to appreciate original artwork on the meager income that we both are able to afford.
Facts. Look at this guy. I hear she sold out. No need to fact check me. Move along. Yeah, that's Danny's biggest original art fan right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. Saw that man pick up a sick Power Fantasy Danny cover at Heroes.
I still cannot believe he did that. I'm still in awe.
Oh, yeah. We got Cheeky in the building. What up, brother?
Yo.
Popping in between dinner and a movie with my son. About to see Shelby Oaks. Oh, hell yeah. I'm excited to see that one.
I've heard good things.
Have you?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I love Chris Stuckman. I hope it's a good one. Well, enjoy, man. Yeah, and thanks for always catching us on the replay. Look at this little fucker trying to steal our fans again. There he goes.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, get out of here.
Thievery.
Hey, we got Mark in the building. What up, bro?
What up, Mark?
Oh, yeah. Speaking of the gentleman who helped spearhead Comics Curing Cancer, like we were talking about at the top of the show, there is one of them. Y'all make sure you're following Mark if you're not already. DC super fan, man. Been a DC acolyte for years and years. It's finally paying off now. Looking like the smartest guy in the room.
Dude, no kidding, man. He had a really good show the other day, too. He was talking about Stephen King and, like, the plethora of Stephen King stuff that you can partake in right around now. Like, it was, really good stuff. Really good stuff, man. And considering I just did a rewatch of it was the perfect time to have that conversation.
I love the way that guy continues to affect our day-to-day cultural life. Like, just to speak on it, just today, Jess, my wife, was off and home, and we watched The Shining together. She had never seen it. So we watched it together for the first time.
Whoa! She's never seen The Shining?
She's never seen The Shining before.
Dude.
So we watched it together. She loved it. It's wild to watch that during the daytime, but it's still fun.
She messing with you with one of these? She giving you this?
He lives in my mouth.
I like that your Tony sounds like Chief Wiggum's son. The leprechaun tells me to burn things.
By the way, dude, they're connecting that world to Welcome to Derry. I'm not going to spoil it for you, but it's really cool how they're doing that. Also, this year my daughter read Carey for the first time, and it like had a profound effect on her. She was Carey for Halloween. Like, King is a man. And I really, you'd be hard pressed to find somebody more influential when it comes to, I would say not only horror, but I think just pop culture in general,
Yeah, nobody does character development like Stephen King.
Guy's a giant. Yeah, seriously. Yeah. And his son's a beast. Like, I don't know, runs in the family. So.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Mark said it. I rewatched it part 1 and 2 on Monday. I'm so ready for episode 3 now. Haven't watched them since they first came out. They're amazing. Dude, I was just telling my boy E last night. I haven't seen I've seen most episode 2 now. But episode 1, man, I'm telling everybody, go out there and watch episode 1. It will make you a fan of the show. Absolutely incredible start. So highly recommend.
I'm so ready to. Well, now that your wife has seen The Shining, are you guys going to dive into Dr. Sleep? That's my personal.
No, see, I've never seen that one, and I've heard like good and bad things about that. Did you
don't listen to the people that say bad things because they don't understand the majesty and the mystique that is Mike Flanagan. I mean, that's what it's all about, dude.
Dude, I love Mike Flanagan.
You're gonna
Midnight Mass was my joint. Hill House.
Yeah, dude.
Hill House is incredible. That scared the shit out of me.
Dude, if you dig those, you're gonna love Dr. Sleep, man. It is such a beautiful love letter to both the book and the movie.
Ewan McGregor in that one? Is that okay?
He's Dan Torrance, dude. It's crazy. It's crazy how good it is.
Oh yeah, I gotta check that one out. Oh, so he's a grown up, Danny?
Well, I don't want to give away too much, but maybe, possibly.
All right.
We don't get any of this. All right, spoilers.
I just got to say, I know it's, the platitudes here stating the obvious, but it's just so great to watch Jack Nicholson disappear into that role and really succumb to that evil, like the way he does in that. His like facial expressions.
Dude, I could watch him chew scenery in anything. Doesn't even matter what movie. He's perfect.
And it's just one of those ones you go back and really appreciate for you see it's echoes on so many things, right? It's footprint. So oh yeah. All right, moving along, dude. The next book of the night.
What a glorious
conclusion.
ending.
Dude.
Yeah.
One of my favorite books of the year. One of my favorite series of the year. Just absolutely incredible, start to finish. Never took an issue off.
You know, and the funny thing about this series, right? Because it's funny because it's hard to talk about a finale without talking about the rest of the series itself. But like, one of my favorite things about this is that we praised each and every issue that came out as it was coming out. We talked about it on our own individual shows. We talked about a monthly comic book review, you know, and everything that we praised wasn't about that particular issue. It wasn't like, oh, they did this really well here, and they did this really well here, and then they did this really well here. Every issue carried all of those things forward. And I really think about things that you had brought up in when we were talking about other issues, which is like the subtlety, the little things, like the expressions, the subtle smirk is what I remember that you talked about on Bruce's face when he sees Robin do something for the first time, right? It's those little things that they carry forward in every issue that Chris Samney delivers with his visual storytelling. It's crazy how they kept like just getting better and better with each issue and not taking any of those things for granted and not taking a page or a panel off. Like everything was resonant and everything was meaningful. Oh, this was a special book. It's a special book.
Yeah.
It's so good, man.
Again, since keeping with the theme of the night, before we move on, excuse me. My throat's messing up tonight. I want to shout out another great colorist, Mateus Lopez, on this book. I liked how bright and vibrant we got in this one. It was a nice little turn up from the dark, kind of gritty, grimy noir that we've gotten, and all those dark browns and burnt oranges and stuff that we've gotten in previous issues, man.
Yeah, you could tell visually things are changing now. Like what it means to be Batman has changed now that Robin is cemented himself as part of the dynamic duo, right? Or the dynamic duo has been formed.
Yeah. So we defeat Clayface and Two-Face
in such a gnarly way, dude.
Exactly. Batman detonates poor Clayface here. Also, you know, I love this no guns moment, right? And kind of seeing the training pay off and the philosophy really carry on. And then,
that's
of course,
the ultimate lesson.
Yeah, absolutely. And then Bruce is able to get custody back through, you know, what is this character's name again, dude? This woman, I forget her.
Oh, I don't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, she's the one that had Dick taken away from him originally, but now he's you know, she's been basically his character witness to help restore custody. And so, you know, we end with this fantastic shot. You know, Gordon talking about, you know, to deal with you know, this rise in supervillain crime, we got, you know, we got a weapon of our own and turning on the bat signal, and dude, we end with this amazing shot.
Yeah, New Age problems call for New Age solutions.
Yeah.
Cue Batman. Boom, spotlight.
Absolutely. But I don't know, favorite moments, anything you wanted to highlight about this one now that we're at the end of the run? I want to shout out the Clayface issue.
Okay, I was going to say, I wasn't sure if you were talking about the issue or the series, because I could talk about both.
The series, there's like just moments in the series that issue. I forget which one it is, but when they're going to, they have all the list they have that list of all the possible Batman suspects, right? And they're going to Wayne Manor, and Clayface is dressed up as Bruce Wayne, and Dick is there alone. It's just it's fantastic. I love, like, those were some of my favorite Sam Neill moments, and I just love the way that issue was.
Yeah, dude. There's so many things you can harken back to, right? Like I love the level of care that Alfred has for both of these individuals, but particularly Dick Grayson after he is under the care of Bruce Wayne, which really means he's under the care of Pennyworth, I love the concern he has for Bruce taking on this this person, this small individual, and bringing him out and putting him in the face of danger. I love the lessons that are taught in this issue in particular. Though the thing that really strikes me and like stands out is that Dick Grayson is in the care of foster parents, and he still wants to be Robin, and they still team up, and Bruce takes him right back to the foster parents and kind of says, like, you have a choice, and it's not my choice to make anymore. And he kind of tells him, like, hey, I cherish this, but your choice and your livelihood and your whatever, like your care is more important to me than any of that, right? And then he kind of rolls the dice and lets things land where they may, right, without knowing what the social worker is going to say and what they're going to do. It was a really cool moment, man. It was showing the growth that Bruce has, as opposed to just Dick Grayson learning to be Robin.
Yeah. Absolutely. Mark asks, can you sum up what it meant to be Batman before and after Robin via this story? I'm not sure what that question means.
If you're speaking to the change that Batman is, like if you're saying, like, can you sum up, what it meant to be Batman before he had Robin in his life and after? Yeah, I think that's what the series is all about. I feel like that is the growth for both of these characters. That's the whole, I think that's the mission statement for this, is to show here's where they were and here's where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they do it very well.
Absolutely. I think, like, not only like his adoption of like circus moves during the fight and stuff like that, but just like all those little moments when they get separated and he's spying on him, stuff like that. Like the way he grows, I think, as
you make it sound so creepy.
It is.
You're not wrong.
It is creepy, but it's adorable at the same time. It is fucking creepy, but it's adorable. But yeah, I think it does a good job. I don't know, showing a good arc in both of these characters.
Yeah, I mean, Dick Grayson is a young character. You expect him to learn lessons and you expect him to grow. Bruce is a grown-ass man. You don't necessarily come to expect that from his type of character, but it's necessary, and you need that, especially with him being in a place where he doesn't know, and he cannot be the perfect version like Batman normally is. He's very imperfect in this, and I love that about the series.
Oh yeah. This one is coming out, I think, before Year's End in hardcover, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's going to be right around Christmas or the week before.
It's a December release. I know it's on my pull list. I'm picking that puppy up.
So highly recommend. It's definitely worth picking up in single issues. The covers have all been tremendous. Yeah, man, I think it's an evergreen title that you can revisit and reread time and time again. A good one to read with your kids, I think, too. Also,
I would say so. Yeah,
absolutely accessible in that sense. So, highly recommend.
Yeah, we talk about the lineage of like trying to get people into comic books and the lineage of Batman and trying to get them into this. This is a pinnacle. This is going to be one of those things you hand to a person year one, and then Long Halloween, Dark Victory, arguably this then.
Yeah, and I love how this pays tribute to elements like year one, like Batman 66, like in ways that aren't hokey or campy or overdone. So
yeah. Oh, and here, yeah, Mark's calling me out here. Let me rephrase this, because yes, you're absolutely right, and my child does the same for me. We don't see that conveyed in pop culture very often. It's usually flip-flopped and vice versa. So good call on that.
Hell yeah. Excuse me.
You're dying over there, man.
Yeah,
right?
Man, my throat's fucked. I don't know. My throat's dried up tonight. Omega says he's excited for the collected edition. Yeah, the noir edition. Hell yeah, man.
Yeah, you're gonna have a blast with it. I guarantee it.
Absolutely. All right, gang. Our final book of the night, Skinbreaker, number 2.
Yes.
Robert Kirkman, David Finch. The book that was 23 years in the making. All right.
Is that true? I thought it was 8. I thought it was 8 years in the making.
Found in the caves of a mountain pass in the Himalayas. we got these Skinbreaker scrolls. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, you can. I feel like this was the issue. You can feel them 8 years that David Finch spent on this book, right?
Dude, yes.
The detail in this one, especially this scene early on where we get the throwdown about to happen, like just gorgeous, man.
It's so funny that you bring this page up too, because this is the exact same page that I highlighted when I was doing my review. I talked about, you can see the hair follicles in the dude's on the dude's head as he's watching this fight about to go down. That's the dude right there, man. You see the stubble on Homeboy's head. It's crazy. My hand hurts thinking about David Finch sitting over a drawing table and putting all the detail in this. It's
I wonder how long some of these pages alone took him.
I don't know. He must have. Well, no, they got another name on here. I was going to say, did he ink his own work? But I don't think that he did. Rus Wooton
I think
letters.
the Leoni, I think, is the colorist.
Is the
I think he did ink his own stuff.
Well, dude, if you don't have carpal tunnel at this point, you're about to just by reading it.
Yeah. Mark said I heard this book was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. So yeah.
Dude, they were just etching this on the side of caves.
This man had to sacrifice his firstborn to make this book happen. It was incredible. But what do you think about the story?
The story, it's simplistic, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's a really good story. Don't get me wrong. It's just that it's not going to throw you for a loop. It's not a cliffhanger that's like, oh my god, I can't believe they're taking these big swings. It's the same things that we've talked about. It's just the age old tale, man. The chieftain is growing too old to lead the tribe, and you got one of two choices, right? You got the guy that follows his heart, and you got the guy that is kind of a brute and a bully and a jerk. He's strong enough to take on the chieftain, but he's not the right person to take him on. So again, it's a very simplistic story, but I think it's one of those classic feeling stories as well. These are the tales that are going to be told time and time again, over and over and over, as long as David Finch has been drawing this book. We're going to get this ages and ages and ages on. So
absolutely, and I like that we did a little time jump here. It'll be interesting to see what happens with this. I guess this next generation. I love these two full.
Yes. So when you saw that, what was your reaction? Because I was just like, it's very simple, but it really took me by surprise. I was like, oh,
it's fantastic.
That was really well done, and I didn't see that coming.
I think it's a really effective way to move things forward, but just do so through 2 incredible splash pages.
And I like the fact too, whenever we see a character age, you always get the hair is gray and he's usually got a beard or whatever. I love the fact that scar over his eye is super fresh and it's really thick and gnarly here. And when you flip, it's healed and it's much thinner. It's still visible, but it's healed with time, but still,
And I love how he has the same kind of dejected look on his face in both.
Yeah, dude didn't want to be chieftain. He knew that he was probably the right person, but you could tell it weighs heavy on his, on his heart and on his mind.
Yeah. And we can see he's still fighting the same old fight, right? He's adapted some new ways of hunting that are, less about strength and more about tactics.
Yep.
And using your mind, and he tries to demonstrate this to the old ogre dude. Look, I can still crack it. He didn't want to hear. So he's still trying to forge that path where he have the tribe and these people who are so dedicated to the ways of old embrace something new. And will he be successful in that? We do not know. How many issues is this? 8?
Let's find out. Hold on.
6.
How wild would it be if it was 8, man, and dude took a year for each issue?
I'm just
All right,
curious.
Skinbreaker. Let's see at least what's solicited. It goes through 5 right now. That's as of January. And the solicitation makes it sound very final too. So I don't know. It might go longer than 5, but yeah, let me see if there's a trade paperback. Yeah, there's no trade that's solicited yet either. So 5 looks final, but we don't know yet.
Okay. Oh yeah. But yeah. Oh, Mark says Skinbreaker was the original nickname of the pact between Moses and God. Hashtag if you know, you know. Interesting. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right, but yeah, this one was dope.
Yeah, and we still haven't seen.
Art definitely blew me away.
Yeah. It really, you got beef with this story.
This story is okay. It's a little one note for me, but it's okay. What have we done through 2 issues, bro?
We've jumped through time at least 50 years. We've handed over handed over the crown from one person to another. We've shown the difference between tradition and evolution.
We did not really do anything. It's just, I don't know. Okay.
All right.
We'll see.
All right. If leading a tribe is nothing to you, then I guess yeah, we did nothing.
I love Sal from Comic Pop was talking about this book. He's like, yeah, I read Skinbreaker from Robert Kirkman. David Finch was talking about, I think, issue number 1. He's like, because David Finch spent like 9 years on this, and I felt like I should read it. He felt
what? He's like dejected by it? Come on, Sal.
No, he wasn't dejected. He had great things to say about the book. It was just funny. Like, I understand that feeling of like obligation. Like, damn, like dude really, put that much time into it. I think we definitely should give it the time of day. But this one was like the one where the art, I think, was super, super on display. So
yeah, if he said it took 8 years and it looked like finger painting, that would be a different story. Like, I mean, you feel every year that this took.
Megan says there's a pic of Finch holding up what looks like 2 big ass pieces of paper taped together because of how massive the scale is. I wonder if it's been done before. Yeah, I think he probably draws big as shit.
Maybe he's on that Ian Bertram scale when it's just like, I mean, he holds it up and it's larger than himself.
I could definitely see it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, before we get into our covers of the week, talk to me. Oh, man. You picked a banger today.
Did that one take you by surprise? Yeah.
I think I saw it earlier, but I completely forgot about this one. This is
Comics of Futures Past, man. Yes. So this was nice, man. This took me by surprise because I didn't know what issue I was going to be able to select, but released on October 29th, 2003. This is Hulk Gray, written by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. Possibly the last really great thing that Jeff Loeb worked on was like the color spectrum at Marvel. I feel like, man, it was so freaking good. And Hulk Gray was definitely on display here. So this was fun because I feel like they played a lot with the idea of loss in this issue. We know that Bruce lost his mother, his parents, we know that he has the difficult relationship, if you will, with his father. But we get to talk a lot about the loss that like Betty Ross has experienced, not only in her family, but the loss of Bruce as he disappears at the onset of becoming the Hulk at the very first time. On top of that, Rick Jones is the only person who is basically friends with Bruce Banner and knows the secret of the Hulk because he was right there to experience it with him. And we get to hear a lot about the loss of Rick Jones's parents as well, and how he feels like a loner, and how Bruce feels like a loner, how the Hulk himself feels like a loner. Really great meditation on the solace that a person can have, in those quiet moments when you have nothing and no one but yourself. And like Tim Sale makes any comic better than it could be. And it was on full display in this. So Comics of Futures Past here, Hulk Gray, issue number 2. Make sure you not only do you check this out, but check out the whole spectrum, man. Check out Spider-Man Blue, Daredevil Yellow, Hulk Gray. What was it?
Captain America
White. Yeah. And then was there another one? I feel like that was it. Am I missing one?
No, there's 4 of them. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Hulk Gray is the best, though.
You think so?
For sure.
For sure.
For sure.
I'm a Daredevil fan, and I still might say Spider-Man Blue is the best.
Spider-Man Blue is solid.
Your takes are wild sometimes, man.
It's a good number 2. Hulk Gray, though.
Hulk Gray is sick. Yeah.
I think story-wise, maybe Spider-Man Blue is a little better. Hulk Gray, like, art, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you can go wrong with any of them.
Like that joint where he's under that cliff with Betty.
Dude, and when the lightning strikes, right? Is that what you're talking about? And he's scared of the lightning? Oh my god.
Yeah, they're on the run at that night. It's incredible.
Yeah, really good stuff.
Yeah, Gabe knows what time it is.
Yep.
So 8 issues.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So it was 8 issue, 1 year per issue. Craziness. Oh man.
All right, come on.
All right, we got to talk about
the
covers of the week. Slim pickings for your boy. Maybe I don't know if I was being too picky or if the covers that we got last week were,
well, I'm sorry, y'all. I picked from the last 2 weeks, and he picked from the last week. So
yeah. So okay. Yeah. So I had a smaller pool that I was diving into here, but I will shout out Conan Scourge of the Serpent here. I believe this is issue number 2. Wonderful painted cover that we get here. Shout out to just Jim Zub, Titan, everything they're doing with the Conan property, man, because they're just not missing. Whether it's the event, whether it's Conan proper, whether it's the magazine format of Savage Sword, like so freaking good. So make sure that you're checking this out. But I love that painted cover, man. Conan is just kicking ass. I'm not even reading this series, but come on, if you have an homage to Halloween,
right,
you're gonna get a little bit of love here. So I believe this is Trish Forstner that is doing the covers on this. Obviously, shout out homage to one of the Halloween greats here, carved into the pumpkin, the skull. It's awesome. It's just, yeah, it's a really good interpretation of that, especially for the spooky season that we were just getting out of.
Oh yeah.
And last but not least for us, we already talked about it earlier on in this episode, Robo Wolf. Man, this looks like it. Again, it's the neon black light colors that you love. That it feels like, I mean, if you had an action figure off to the bottom right of this in that plastic, it just looks like it would be like the backing board of an action figure.
What's his name? Nitro Cybersaw or something?
That sounds right, dude. And again, how cool would that be if you saw like, oh, what action figure did you pick up today? Nitro Cybersaw.
Yeah.
You would be like the freaking hero of the playground, man. Everyone would want to get their hands on that sucker.
I love that. That line when he's talking about like, it would be really cool if I had chainsaws for hands or arms. And Robo Wolf's like, yeah, it would. And he's like, I'm going to remember that you were really supportive of that idea.
Yes.
It's hilarious. All right, for me, dude, Torrin Clark has been killing it over on Green Arrow. This variant for Ultimate Spider-Man is gorgeous. Yes. Just love this one. Yeah, I love Doc Ock in that last issue too. It was hilarious with the soy sauce.
It's funny that you call him Doc Ock too, because dude was looking a little bit superior.
Oh, yeah. David Finch, the man himself, doing a long Halloween variant.
How many years do you think it took him to do that?
Easy. David Aja is always going to have a spot on covers of the week. If it's up to me, this one with the classic Superman from the telephone booth, I just love how accurate that phone and don't walk sign is. Like, I just love his, coming from that design background or whatever it is he comes from is just so crispy and clean sometimes. And this one is just beautiful. Love that background too.
Yeah, his recent the DC variants, he's been killing it on them. Like the minimalistic approach on them.
Oh my god. Dude, Nick Dragotta in this black and white variant though. Come on. For Absolute Batman Annual. Get out of here.
Oh man. Nick, if you want to come back and do a sequel to Ghost Cage or like just live in that Ghost Cage world again, like I'm not gonna be mad, bro. Just like if you want to.
I love that big giant bat symbol on the front of it. Dude, and then Greg Smallwood killing it with this freaking Detective Comics variant. That feels like a a cell from a film for real. Just incredible work. I love how like Gordon's in the foreground out of focus.
Yeah,
like,
the blur. Oh,
brilliant, man, brilliant. Greg Smallwood, baby.
yeah, we need.
And then we just praised him on Batman Year One with Chris Stanley doing this killer Superman Red and Blue cover A for that special. Michael Walsh had a dope little story and a variant cover for this one as well. But
Hell yeah,
had to highlight Sandy's. I love this one.
yeah,
So
beautiful choices.
Yeah, that's it for covers of the week, man. What are you looking forward to reading this week? We already talked about Ace and Ice Cream, man. What else?
I mean, if I'm being honest, though, I mean, those are the ones I'm looking forward to. I have already had the pleasure of reading Absolute Superman. Guys, don't sleep on Absolute Superman. Just don't, because it's really good. I'm not talking this issue. I'm talking the series so far. Yeah, like, I mean, people, it's the less talked about Absolute book, and it really maybe shouldn't be. Like, put some respect on that name, because it's getting even better than what it was previously.
Yeah, rough Sandoval really swinging for the fences there.
Yeah.
I'm hyped for Rook Exodus. Coming back. Hold on, I have to pull up League and see what else. But what else did I enjoy? Night Fight was okay. I'm gonna be honest, it was okay. Dan Mora. It's cool to see Dan Mora, but I don't know. That story was not like as cool as I thought it was going to be. Let me see, man. What else? Oh, Savage Sword of Conan. Did you already mention that one? I just blanked.
No, I mentioned it when I was talking about Conan covers, but like not the fact that we have a new one that dropped today.
Savage Sword number 11. Liam Sharp, incredible job in that one. Highly recommend that issue. Rules. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not. What you got? Oh, Speed Racer.
Speed Racer is I read Speed Racer. Very, very cool, very exciting issue.
Oh hell yeah, I haven't got to it yet. Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely. I don't want to give too much away, but like very enjoyable issue. You'll hear more about it on Sunday when I drop my reviews for sure. We have another Batman that's coming out with Fraction and Jimenez. Let's see here.
Oh yeah. Are you still reading Ultimate X-Men or no?
Nah, I had to drop that, man. Like,
okay.
And knowing that the Ultimate Universe is coming to an end, I think it was the right choice to make anyway, because I don't see them building and developing the storylines that I feel like it needed to anyways. They're gonna wrap it up and that'll be fine. It'll be okay. Still, shout out to Peach for doing everything.
I want to read that like all collected one day.
I think it might read better that way too, but maybe we'll do a book club kind of thing. Who knows? Maybe when the time's right. Yeah.
Heard that. Well, not too much else out there, really.
Yeah, we got Skin Police. Matt Kint's got a new one, Space Scouts, that it's coming out. Wild Animals, Poison Ivy.
Number 4, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there's some stuff here, but it's one of those weeks that's going to be open to allowing us to be pleasantly surprised. We'll say that. I think we know the bangers are kind of right there on the forefront, but a lot of other ones, they can quietly creep up and be like and surprise you in a really cool way.
Yeah, Assorted Crisis Events is beautiful, y'all. Highly recommend that one.
I'm gonna lose my shit. I know it.
It's incredible book. Rogue also says Sandy colored that Superman cover by himself. Oh yeah, and Gabe loves that Dragado cover.
It's because it's
that's
awesome.
Nice. Great
it's
pickup.
amazing.
Oh yeah, that small one cover is dope. Oh yeah, Zero thinks the same. Yeah, that one just random. I just randomly found that one the other day. I was floored by it. So
yeah,
Gabe says Ultimate X-Men for sure will be a better read altogether. Individual issues aren't as satisfactory. Yeah, I definitely got to get that one. Peach deserves a break. Yeah, Peach has been going hard, man. Between that and all and she's still been putting out covers here and there. Like,
I don't think Peach has an off switch, dude. Like, she just go.
Seriously, I ain't mad at her though. Good for her.
Yeah.
But all right, man. As always, you guys can catch us at patreon.com/Insights. We are working on the next round of the newsletter. We just to give you guys a little sneak peek on the one of the segments, we are picking our top 5 covers of the year. These two fools have already got theirs locked in. I'm still swimming in covers to choose from. There's so many.
Such a scrub. Come on, man. Narrow it down.
It's so hard. I'm almost there, but yeah, newsletter's coming soon, so y'all check out patreon.com, subscribe for free over there if you're not already. As always you can find me on IG and YouTube, Dr. Doom's Fan Club. He's 9-panel grid, 9 spelled out on IG, and then Nick at Comic Culture, and then Nick_comic_culture on IG, where you can find all three of us. Again, the Nick and E just did a great comic book look ahead this past Sunday morning for the month of November. E, you got anything else you want to plug while you're out?
No, I mean, catch my, comic book reviews coming out every single Sunday. I'm working on a couple different ideas of things that are coming out. Go catch the rewind on the show we did, Notes from the Editors, yesterday, talking about our favorite comic book related cartoons, where we just made it through the 90s. So be on the lookout. We're gonna have to do a part 2 one of these days here, where we talk about a lot of other cool comic related cartoons that came out, because DC is killing it on the animated movie front. So we have a lot more to talk about when it comes to that. But yeah, yeah, just be on the lookout. Y'all know, hit up the socials. I'll always post the previews here, and make sure you're on Patreon, because you'll get the earliest of early looks at anything that's going to be posting.
Oh yeah. Well, as always, again, I just want to say appreciate all y'all for Comics Curing Cancer, and we love y'all. Appreciate y'all for showing up for us every week. Until next week, man, y'all get out there, get that Ice Cream Man card set.
Hell yeah.
Read Assorted Crisis Events. Let a comic make you cry. All right. Love y'all.